live on the air. I'm Richard Saile.
This is wild.
Hello and welcome back to another episode of Lounge Time 2026 Offseason Grades. I'm your host, Rich Saile, and today I'm pleased to be rejoined by my guest, Vin Asselone. Vin,
Rich, appreciate it, man.
This episode is going to be me talking about my New England Patriots. No, I do not have a New England Patriots shirt on today, but that is okay because I don't have to wear a shirt just to talk about the Patriots offseason grade. I'm going to do it anyway. So this one... This is the episode.
Gonna hit home.
It is going to be one of my favorite episodes to do because this was an active offseason for the New England Patriots. Now, last couple years, they have not upgraded the roster really well, filling the major needs. Something that did not happen a lot. That they actually did this offseason in year two under Mike Vrabel. They had a good free agency signing year where Stephon Diggs got cut. They traded Garrett Bradbury away. Jelani Tavai and Anthony Jennings gone. They let Caleb Chase on and Jalen Hawkins walk. And then they got busy bringing people in. Kevin Byard coming over from the Chicago Bears after a league-high 7 interceptions last season. They bring in Romeo Doubs from the Packers, who had moments where he was number one receiver at times for the Packers to help that upgrade that receiver room. Reggie Gilliam comes over from the Buffalo Bills. Something now that Josh McDaniels has in this offense, a fullback, something that we haven't had since Jakob Johnson, even before that, James Devlin. Then you also have their temporary upgrade at edge rusher, Draymond Jones, and the biggest need in free agency, Elijah Vera Tucker at the left guard spot, which means Jared Wilson kicks back inside to center, his primary position in college that he was at Georgia. And then the big draft that, considering where they were picking, it was a decent draft for the New England Patriots. Getting Caleb Lomu in a trade with the Bills for the 28th pick. You got Gabe Yakus from Illinois, an edge rusher as well.
Yep.
You happen to get Eli Raritan from the Notre Dame Fighting Irish at tight end. And now with Julian Hill being out for the year, is he ready to step up as a number 2 tight end? That's going to be interesting, but Josh McDaniels has had success with 2 tight end sets over his tenure with the Patriots multiple times. And the biggest crowning signing that I've been begging on this show for, we're now approaching 5 years for public on this show. A number 1 receiver, A.J. Brown. If you guys did not check out the collab with me and Lucky Sparrow 777, we talked about that A.J. Brown trade. That was the biggest need of the offseason that they finally got after the 5 years I've been doing Lounge Time. My friends have known me saying this for 10 plus years. And 4+ I've been doing this public. So I could go on, and I know Vin's going to defer to me, but I'm going to ask you, Vin, first. What do you think of the Patriots offseason?
Good. Like how he said, he was nonstop complaining about, we don't have a receiver 1, we don't have a receiver 1, we don't have a receiver 1. And now he's got 2 solid receivers.
Yes.
One, I would say top 5, and the other one, I would say solid receiver 2. Like how you said, receiver 1.
Yep.
So I think that's addressed. I would say the defense obviously balled out last year. I know you guys lost a couple key pieces, so seeing how these new guys come in and see, I don't know. I think you guys did pretty solid overall for sure.
I think they did, if you look at that roster and how bad it was from 22, 23, 24, it was awful. Like,
it was
like this roster compared to those
puts it to
teams,
shame.
it doesn't even put it makes it so unrecognizable. We're like, we actually have a good roster, like top to bottom. Like, like the thing that's crazy to me is like last year we were not even talking Super Bowl for the Patriots. We were saying, can they be a playoff team? Which I personally believe Mike Vrabel's track record was that he could get them to the playoffs. I had him as a 10-7. I had him as a 10-7 and a wild card, and they ended up way going above my expectations.
Yeah.
So now in a year where they're picking 31st in most rounds of the draft, you traded up twice to get 2 needs.
Yep.
And you got A.J. Brown, a bona fide number 1, not even giving up 2027 first rounder, you give up a 28 first rounder. I consider that pretty damn great because you improved at the positions you needed. That's what the offseason is for. Mm-hmm. You had a good amount of cap space. You were able to manipulate, getting rid of Stephon Diggs and being able to go younger. Like, I think they went younger at the right positions, which to me tells me they know that we got to get some proven players with some youth, but not too old to where they can't be productive as they once were. Mm-hmm. Now, A.J. Brown, I want to bring up an important stat for you, Ben.
Go for
it. In wide receivers' first year with Josh McDaniels as their offensive coordinator or head coach, they have had career years. Let me tell you the list of those guys that have had career years in the first year under Josh McDaniels. Randy Moss in 2007, well documented. Wes Welker, Brandon Marshall in Denver in 2009. Brandon Lloyd. Remember Brandon Lloyd?
Yeah, I remember him.
Devontae Adams with Vegas. Mm-hmm. So there have been guys that have had career years with Josh McDaniels in the first year.
And a track record.
A.J. Brown, could he be potentially leading the league in receiving touchdowns or receiving yards? Like, does he have his career year?
We can see.
I mean, he's got Drake May. I think it's possible. I think it's very possible. I do, because it's a different type of receiver that Josh McDaniels has. It's a physical receiver. He doesn't rely his game predicated on speed. He can win the 50-50 jump balls. His contested catches. I think his game, he's got a lot left in the tank.
Oh, yeah.
The Eagles did not have a clue on offense what they were going to be last year, and he was frustrated. But Mike Vrabel knows him from his days in Tennessee. He always wanted to be a Patriot too. I think he's going to have a reinvigorated energy. He's going to play with some pride. Yep. I think this is where you're going to see a motivated, hungry A.J. Brown that's going to have, I would argue I think he's going to have a second-team All-Pro type season. Maybe a first-team All-Pro if Josh McDaniels unlocks his full potential and the proven track record of those receivers that he's been able to do. So let's go to the roster real quick. I'm going to actually go to the depth chart. So what is good also about A.J. Brown coming in is now the box is going to get lighter as far as defenders. Yep. Last year, they tried to go 1-2 punch with Ramondre Stevenson, TreVeyon Henderson, which it did go well. Ramondre was a little rocky in the beginning, and then TreVeyon had stretches where he was looking like the offensive rookie of the year.
Yeah, a couple fumble games, right, Ramondre?
Ramondre, yeah. Yeah. I mean, he's still technically the starter, but TreVeyon Henderson, I think, is a guy that can be a 3-down running back where he can run in between the tackles, he can run outside, he can be effective in the catching game, he can block really well. I think you're going to see more snaps out of him, but I'm looking at this receiver room, and then is this crazy, or is our receiver room in the top half of the league? Like, A.J. Brown, Romeo Dobbs alone made that receiver room way better. Yeah. But the depth now that you have is you have Kayshon Boutte as a good number 3. Yep. You have Matt Collins, who's an unselfish player. He's willing to do the dirty work in the blocking game. That's huge. Pop Douglas is a man coverage merchant. He's great in the slot, but he is a man coverage merchant. Yep. Kyle Williams is the breakout candidate for me. This guy, 6'3", he can fly. There's a clip of him beating Travis Hunter. Go look back and look his draft. No, it's true. Yeah. He's a guy, I think, if he takes that big leap from year 1 to year 2 on the outside, and you can keep Dobbs and Kayshon Boutte in the slot, this offense is going to be scoring in near the 30s. It's going to be really good, because if Drake May can build on that MVP runner-up season, that's going to be huge.
Yeah, you guys are looking good. Yeah. I would say so for sure. Yeah. This is something that you've been asking for forever, and you finally got it. So let's see how it works. Yeah, Efton Chisholm's a guy I think that can make a leap. He had a really good camp last year. They kept him on the roster. Very good at knowing how to sit in the soft zone and the zones, and he did pretty good against man coverage. I think the receiver depth, to me, someone might get traded still. There was talk it might be Kayshon Boutte when there was the A.J. Brown. Yeah. But because it's so deep, this is a good problem to have. And then you have Hunter Henry. Yeah, he's a proven tight end. He's getting up there. But Eli Raritan, they might need one tight end upgrade on the offense to help. Probably one more, yeah.
Which Jonnu Smith's been linked. I'm fine with that. I'm fine with Jonnu Smith being a backup tight end because he knows Vrabel's offense. And Josh McDaniels coached him in 2021 when he went as a free agent to New England. So My biggest concern with this group is the offensive line. Because Will Campbell, he's been working with a lot of big names at tackle. He's been working with Deion Dawkins. He's been working with Lane Johnson. He was getting help from Teron Armstead and a lot of big names that were willing to reach out and help him improve his game, which I think is a great sign for a second-year player entering the league. James Hudson III, he's a decent swing tackle. I don't think he's going to start over Will Campbell. Elijah Vera Tucker is going to be left guard. Jerry Wilson stays at center. Right tackle is the spot I'm a little worried about because Morgan Moses, he's getting up there in age.
Yep.
Caleb Lomu, how quickly does he develop into being ready to be a starting right tackle in the league? Because I think he's got good qualities. He's got good traits that you want at the position. But you're hoping that he can be that physical guy that can just block in the power trenches, which Vrabel is a power running team.
Oh, yeah.
So Michael Wenyu at right guard, he's really good. I like this group. Caden Wallace, good backup swing tackle. Ben Brown is good as a rotational guard center. The depth is good. I think for me, I'm wondering now, okay, are they going to, how much does this line make from a jump they were? Because they were awful in the playoffs. Are they going to get back to what we saw in the regular season, or are we going to see some growing pains early from what we saw in the postseason? That's where I'm worried right now.
Mm-hmm.
So, what are your thoughts on the weakest group of the Patriots?
I'll probably say the O-line as well too. Everything else is pretty solid. You guys got depth everywhere. Obviously, you don't have to worry about quarterback, running back. You guys are good.
Yeah.
Receiving core, I think you guys have that better half of the league group.
Yeah.
Tight end, just try to get that tight end 2 or 3, and then O-line probably the biggest for sure.
Yeah. All right, so let's move on to the defense now, where I've got something that I'm going to stand by this. I'm going to stamp my hand on this.
Go for it.
The New England Patriots, to me, have a top 10 defense going into 2026.
Okay.
I think you're looking at what they did in the playoffs and what they poked in. Now, I get it. People are going to say, well, you lost Caleb on Chason. You lost Dietrich Wise, 2 guys that are pretty good for you. But you add Draymond Jones, you have Gabe Yakis to help get younger at edge and get somebody that's familiar. You got the depth Braden Swinson that could be a guy that maybe has a breakout camp that does really well. Joshua Farmer, defensive tackle, with Eric Gregory from Arkansas in year 2. Leonard Taylor had a blocked field goal in the championship game. Maybe he becomes a rotational piece there. Corey Durden, who, let's be honest, he's the shit talker, mic'd up sometimes. But hey, he did pretty dang good. He had some moments. But Christian Barmore and Milton Williams, I arguably could say that might be the best 1-2 defensive tackle duo in the league.
When we were watching these playoff games, dude, they were just constantly attacking and harassing the O-line, man.
Yeah. Milton Williams got voted the 9th best defensive tackle according to ESPN, which I'm not going to argue that.
No, he's solid.
Yeah, and
he's really good.
Yeah, I think he's going to have a very good Pro Bowl caliber year once again. I think his experience defending the run, and he's done a very good job improving as a pass rusher from the last 2 years. I think he's going to take that step this year as well. Christian Barmore, if he can stay healthy, is going to be a great compliment to him as far as not getting double teams. My weakest group for this team is the linebacker group and the edge group. Because Robert Spillane's nearing 30. Christian Ellis is 27, but he isn't a guy that is, I'd say he's average.
Okay.
Like, he's good. He can play his role. But I feel like I'm wanting a little more at coverage that I think he's not as sharp at. But he's a good run defender. He can make tackles. He's not really a guy that you can loop blitz with and do twists and all that. Draymond Jones, I know Vrabel had him in Tennessee. He might get you maybe 6-7 sacks. But I feel like they're missing that one
key guy
that can take over a game that a defense has to account for. And I think that Joey Bosa is going to retire, so he's out. There was talk of Kayvon Thibodeau possibly getting traded. Now, the Giants have a deep rotation of edge rushers. The ideal dream scenario for me is, can they get Kayvon Thibodeau to be the number 1 edge guy, especially him still being young and wanting money.
Yeah.
I know he's not been the guy that people thought coming out of Oregon. But he's a solid player that I think Mike Vrabel can unlock, and he's that Mike Vrabel type of guy, I feel like. So I think for me, the linebacker group, Harold Landry's getting up there in age. Like he did not bill up to the contract that we gave him. I wouldn't be shocked if he's a guy they had to move off from after this year because he just hasn't lived up to what we paid him a shit ton of money for. And again, you got the guy from TCU, Nnamdi Obasor, solid player, nothing too amazing. But again, this is a group that I'm hoping can get better, and I want to see maybe Gabe Yakis take a leap year one, show some flashes. Draymond Jones maybe proved me wrong as a starting caliber edge rusher. But this secondary, is this a top 5 secondary?
I have your strongest group on defense, your secondary.
Okay.
For sure.
Yeah. I mean, you got Christian Gonzalez, who's arguably a top
I would
3 to 5 corner.
I would say 3 to 5 corner.
Yeah. You got Marcus Jones, who had a great season as a returner, and he's great in the nickel slot. Yep. You have Carlton Davis, who did okay year one. He had some good moments, but he had some moments where he got picked on a little bit, but he bounced back really well. I think the complementary of Kevin Byard and Craig Woodson
that's a huge pickup.
Is huge because Kevin Byard's been around the league. He's done a lot of great things. Craig Woodson is just like a sponge learning from a veteran. He just can improve his game. He had a really good Super Bowl last year. I think the young nucleus is in the secondary. The veterans are up front in the defensive line. My question is that one guy on the edge that I'm just like, if that guy can get the defense's attention, that's where this defense is complete. And I would argue top 5, maybe debatably number 1. But I'm going to say this is a rock-solid top 10 defense.
I would say top 10, too.
I think they'll be a good team defending the run, like Mike Vrabel teams are. I think they'll be very good against the pass, somewhere in the above-average range. I think they're going to be a good takeaway team, too. I think they got a lot of guys that can take the ball away. I think, to me, the question is points per game. I think this is going to be a top 10 scoring defense. I think this is a defense that, in the playoffs, they were able to get takeaways. They got stops.
A lot of takeaways.
Yeah. They got stops. They were able to really affect the quarterback in different ways. I think the scoring defense in the playoffs was so strong. I think it's going to build into this year. Now, it's a tougher schedule.
Very
tough.
But
this is where, to me, I think they're going to capitalize what they did really well. And for the first 3 quarters, they gave Seattle trouble.
I was going to say, it was a very low-scoring game. Yeah. And then all of a sudden, you just had to, it's unlucky. It was a bettor's worst game to bet on the Super Bowl.
Yeah. Yeah, and then I had to swallow some pride that day. But that's over with. We're on to 2026.
Yep.
So I'm pulling the Bill Belichick card out there. All right, so let's go over the schedule, and I'm gonna let you do record predictions as well, Vin. So game 1 at Seattle on a Wednesday night.
Super Bowl rematch.
Now I'm not delusional. I think that's a loss. I think Seattle's a little worse with Kubiak being gone. But they still got the 3 receivers. Kenneth Walker's gone, so the running back's going to be a little different over there. But their defense is still good. Mike McDonald.
Their defense is nuts.
Mike McDonald's one of the best young defensive minds. I think we lose that game.
Okay.
Home for the Steelers. I'm going to give us a win. I think we get a win at home. I don't think we go to 0-2. I think we can beat the Steelers and old Aaron Rodgers and Mike McCarthy, who's just he's blown some games as coach. Let's be real. At Jacksonville. Okay, this is what you're going to hear me say a lot on the show. A coin flip game. I am not too crazy about the Jaguars this year.
I think you guys take that.
I think we can beat Jacksonville on the road. I think it's possible. At Buffalo, loss. I am fine with being 2-2 through 5 weeks. I'm fine with being 2-2. That's fine with me. 1-3, I'd be like, okay, I might be a little worried, but 2-2 seems reasonable for me.
Okay.
Home for the Vegas Raiders. Win. We're beating that fucking team who always has our number, and no Patrick Graham to save them. He's on the Steelers. So we beat Vegas. We beat the Jets at home. So wins there.
Chicago.
Short week. I'm not...
Coin flip?
It's close to being a coin flip.
Okay.
Their defense, Dennis Allen is annoying as a coordinator to go against. But there's some holes where I'm like, I don't know if their secondary is as good. But then again, that dude, he can scheme up a defense. Give me a loss for them. I'm going to say 4-3.
Wow, okay.
I'm going to say that. I'm not going to be delusional.
Okay.
At Miami, our house of horrors, but now Jeff Hafley's a rookie head coach. Tua's gone. Tyreek's gone. Jalen Waddle's gone. Preview for future episodes. We beat Miami. Fuck Miami.
I think you sweep them.
Fuck Miami. Home for the Packers. I'm giving us a win.
Whoa.
Lions, this one I think is in Germany. I'm giving us a win against the Lions.
Really? Whoa, okay.
Because I think this is the matchup where, like, a great run defense versus what the Lions are going to do. this is going to be mano a mano, and these coaches, it's like their identities mesh into one.
Yep.
That's a win, I think, though.
Okay.
Then we go to the bye week. Now, at the Chargers, some people have this as a loss.
Why so?
Because it's a short week, then you got to travel all the way from East Coast to West Coast.
Yep.
And they did give us fits, but Jesse Minter's not there anymore. Jesse Minter's not there. So I'm looking at this saying, I'm going to give us a win. I'm going to give us a win there. Okay?
So where are we at right now?
So 8-3.
8-3.
Okay. Home for the Bills. Win. We split with them.
All right.
With them. Home for the Vikings. Win.
Okay.
I'm not there on the Vikings this year. At the Chiefs on Monday night.
we got to. That's gonna be a loud side episode.
I have a call to make there, and I'm not going to say who it is. He's watching. He better be watching. Get your phone ready because I'm going to be calling you for that game.
Yep.
Okay, we might have a big plan that game.
Whoa!
I haven't announced it on the show yet, but we're playing.
Okay.
So I'm going to give us a loss.
Whoa! Okay.
I am. I'm not that far fetched. We're gonna be on a high, and we're gonna be thinking we're hot
I'll
shit.
say you guys are on a win streak. Yeah,
Yep.
I mean.
At the Jets, I'm gonna say that's a win.
Yep.
Home for Denver.
That's a tough game.
I'll be real. I say that's a loss. Okay. Home for Miami, a win. So I said 8-3 when I got to the Chargers. I am seeing, dare I say, and again, I could see 12-5. I could see 12-5 because there are games like maybe at Jacksonville I could see 11-6. I could see at Chargers maybe being a loss, although that's a little weird because like Mike McDaniels now calling plays. That could be 10-7. My thing is this: I am good with 10-7 or 11-6 with a tougher schedule. I am good with that because everybody's gonna be like, well, they have a tougher schedule this year. Well, they look like they can win most of these games. They're a better team than they were last year. They made a Super Bowl with a weaker roster, and now this roster is better than a tougher AFC. So
I agree with you on your schedule.
Go ahead.
That my coin flip game is that Detroit game.
Okay, that's fair.
But other than that, pretty similar.
Okay, so the grades. I'm going to let you go first. What is your grade for the Patriots offseason?
I would say with Rich's prayers being finally answered, getting those key skill positions, and just, still retaining most of the roster. I know there were some couple guys, but they still have a pretty good depth that I think they can work on. I'm going to give them an A-.
Okay. I'm going to also go with an A- as well. I think they had one of the best off seasons. I don't know what CBS Sports is on saying we're a loser of the offseason. I don't understand that. I have one guy that I said was higher. That I said my grade was higher than a B-. I tweeted that out, but I said you're gonna have to tune into this episode. Well, you got the link below, and you can watch from there. So, and it's also on the playlist of all the offseason grades. So I am gonna go A-. I am gonna stick on the 11-6, 12-5 with a tougher schedule. I'm gonna stick up for my team because I think we're gonna be back in the playoffs once again. So there you have it. That is the New England Patriots episode of 2026 offseason grades. Make sure you guys hit that like button, that subscribe button, the notification bell, so you guys can get all the latest offseason grade episodes. We are about a quarter of the way through the recordings. Halfway through the grades I'm at right now, but I have to publish all the episodes, and I'll probably have one more out as well within the next coming days. But we're about a quarter of the way through recording, halfway through the grades. You can also follow me at LoungeTime Pat on X. Yes, this Patriots episode will be part of the playlist. I'll tweet out. I'll actually post this specific episode for the one person that I saw say that they definitely are higher than a B-, so I'll make sure that he sees that. So that way you guys can see I'm not being a homer, but I'm saying A-. It wasn't the perfect offseason, but I will take it as a New England fan. So thank you so much for tuning into Lounge Time 2026 offseason grades. We'll be back with more episodes on your NFL team and their offseason grade.